Good morning, dear students. In this lecture, we will see the various aspects which we have to think while choosing appropriate analytical techniques. Already we have started this in last lecture. We will see the remaining part of it in this lecture. Okay. We will see the next point, that is safety. Safety of analytical technique. Many reagents and procedures used in food analysis are potentially hazardous. For examples, strong acids, strong bases, toxic chemicals, or flammable materials are sometimes used as an analytical reagent in many analytical techniques. So we have to think about the safety of a chemist or food technologist who is going to perform that analysis. Okay. Then we will think about the whether the analytical technique is a destructive or non-destructive. As you know, some analytical methods can be used to measure the properties of food during processing, whereas others can be used after the sample has been taken from the production line. Okay, such analytical techniques which is used during the processing is known as online, while such analytical techniques which is used after the sample has been taken from the production is known as offline. Okay, you have to choose such analytical techniques for online process controls which will give you immediate results, which is very important because during the processing you should whatever results you get after analysis you have to share that results with production department. Okay, and they can take corrective action according to your results. Okay, and such techniques which require more time you can choose that analytical technique in offline method. Means while choosing or determining some properties of a food when that food taken from the production line. Okay, for example, quality analysis of the final food product. Okay, then we will see the official approval of the analytical techniques. Various international bodies have given official approval to methods that have been comprehensively studied by the independent analyst or independent scientist or group of the scientists, etc. For example, ISO, AOAC, AOCS, etc. So such international body specifically approve some methods officially to determine some specific parameters of the food. Okay, so you have to think about the official approvals of chosen analytical techniques also. Then we have to think about the nature of food matrix. Okay, the composition, the structure, and physical properties of the matrix material surrounded by the analyte. Okay, because it often influences the type of method that can be used. Okay, then you have to think about the product matrix, whether it is solid or liquid, transparent or opaque or polar or non-polar. Okay, so such a type of such many points are there, many aspects are there which we have to think during the choosing the analytical proper analytical technique or appropriate analytical technique. Okay, then the next point or next topic we are going, that is sampling. That is a very important topic. Okay, before that I will just summarize these aspects while choosing appropriate analytical techniques. Okay, if there are a number of alternative methods available for measuring a certain property of food, the choice of a particular method will depend on which the above criteria is most important. Okay, whatever we have learned in last lecture and this lecture. Okay, this criteria is most important. For example, accuracy and use of an official method may be the most important of criteria in government laboratories, which checks the validity of the compositional or nutritional claims of food products. Okay, whereas speed and the ability to make non-destructive measurements may be more important in routine quality control in a factory where a large number of samples have to be analyzed rapidly and routinely. Okay, so in changing circumstances at different uh, stages, there are प्रिफरन्सेस आर डिफरंट. ओके, म्हणजे कसं आहे की प्रत्येक ठिकाणी हे जे आपण डिस्कस केले पॉइंट्स, जे वेगवेगळे, तर ते वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारे त्याला प्रायोरिटी दिली जाऊ शकते. म्हणजे की ॲक्युरेसी आणि ऑफिशियल अप्रुव्हल हे गव्हर्नमेंट लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये जास्त महत्त्वाचं असेल, तर नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव्ह मेथड आणि रॅपिड रिझल्ट्स हे आपल्या फूड मॅन्युफॅक्चरर ज्या ठिकाणी भरपूर सॅम्पल्स असतील, रॅपिडली आणि रुटीनली ते चेक करायचे असतील, अशा ठिकाणी ते महत्त्वाचं असेल. म्हणजे हे आपण जितके पॉईंट डिस्कस केले ते त्या पॉईंटला प्रायोरिटीनुसार वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी वेगळी प्रायोरिटी असेल. म्हणजे वेगवेगळ्या गव्हर्नमेंट लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये वेगळीच प्रायोरिटी असेल, फूड कंपनीमध्ये वेगळीच असेल, तर थर्ड पार्टी जरी ऑडिटला येणार असेल ते काही हे करत असतील, तर प्रत्येकाचे ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह ऑफ द अनालिसिस नुसार या प्रायोरिटी सुद्धा चेंज होतील. Okay, then we will go to the next topic, that is sampling. Okay, first of all we will see the importance of sampling. As you know, to control food quality and acceptance of that food material within the satisfactory limit, it is very important to monitor vital characteristics of raw material, ingredient and processed foods. Okay, this could be done by evaluating all food or ingredients from a particular lot, which is feasible if the analytical technique is rapid and non-destructive. Okay, मीन्स प्रत्येक सॅम्पलिंगची गरज काय आहे, तर आपल्याला जे काही आपले क्वालिटी पॅरामीटर्स असतील, इन्ग्रेडियंटचे असतील, प्रोसेसला फूडचे असतील, ते सॅटिस्फॅक्टरी लिमिटमध्ये ठेवायचे असतील, म्हणजे क्वालिटी जर मेंटेन करायचे असतील, त्याचे व्हायटल कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आहेत ते मॉनिटर करणं गरजेचं आहे. त्या मॉनिटर करण्यासाठी ते फूडचं अनालिसिस किंवा इव्हॅल्युएट करणं गरजेचं आहे. आता ही अनालिसिस किंवा इव्हॅल्युएट करताना जर तुम्ही कंप्लीट सगळ्या लॉटची फूडची केली तर ते योग्य ठरेल आणि इट विल गिव्ह अ ट्रू व्हॅल्यू अँड व्हॅलिड रिझल्ट. पण काय आहे की हे कधी शक्य आहे, वेन इट इज फिजिबल, इफ दॅट अनालिटिकल टेक्निक इज रॅपिड अँड नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव्ह. जर डिस्ट्रक्टिव्ह असेल तर काय होणार, सगळं सॅम्पल डिस्ट्रॉइड होणार. आणि तुम्ही जर अनालिसिस करणार आहे ते सॅम्पल म्हणजे ते प्लॉटच कम्प्लिटली डिस्ट्रॉय होत असेल तर तिथं काहीच त्याच्यामध्ये अर्थ राहणार नाही. तर अशा वेळेस ते योग्य होईल की नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव्ह टेक्निक आहे, किंवा का तर जे काही सॅम्पल तुम्ही यूज करणार आहे दॅट विल रिमेन इंटॅक्ट. मग तुम्ही सगळं फूड जरी वापरलं तरी ते इंटॅक्ट राहील आणि शेवटी तुम्हाला ते प्रॉपर त्याचा जो अँटिसिपेटेड लास्ट यूज आहे तो करता येईल. तर अशा ठिकाणी ते जर रॅपिड असेल आणि नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव्ह टेक्निक असेल तर ते कम्प्लीट सगळा लॉट तुम्ही वापरू शकता. अशा वेळेस तुम्हाला सॅम्पल ड्रॉ करण्याची गरज नाही त्या फूड मटेरियलमध्ये. म्हणजे ते कम्प्लीट जे काही लॉट असेल तो तुम्ही त्या ह्याच्यासाठी वापरू शकता. पण जर असं नसेल, टेक्निक्स हे डिस्ट्रक्टिव्ह असेल आणि रॅपिड नसेल, तर आपल्याला सॅम्पल ड्रॉ करावं लागेल त्यामध्ये. And at that time we have to obtain a portion that is representative of the whole, which is referred as a sampling, and that portion is referred as a sample. Okay, and the total quantity from which we are obtaining that portion or the sample is called as a population. Okay, once again I repeat, obtaining such a portion that is representative of the whole is referred as a sampling, and obtained portion is referred as a sample, while the total quantity from which a sample is obtained is known as a population. In the sampling, sample or fraction of the population is obtained and a quality estimation can be done more quickly and at with less expense as compared to if the total population were measured. Okay, and the sample is the only estimate the value of the population, but with appropriate and proper sampling technique it can be a very accurate estimation and which can be generalized to the whole population. Okay, then remaining part we will see in the next lecture, various sampling techniques, etc. Thank you.